Greg Shoemaker, tristatefootball.com. I'm here with Bishop Fenwick head coach Fred Cranford. And Fred, 2013 is just around the corner. Let's talk a little bit about the schedule, because last year you upgraded the schedule and it worked. It got you into the playoffs. So what's it like this year in the non-conference?
Really a couple different, I guess Edgewood's really our only shake-up really early in week one in the showdown. It's going to be a competitive game, a team coming off of a playoff run. So we're excited about that game as well. And we're staying with Mount Healthy as our second non-league game, and then we picked up an old rivalry from the MML Monroe back up for week 3. So that should get us ready, more polished for our league play, and then of course our league is a daunting task in itself, but I think we're ready for the challenge.
The new location here, the school's out here, it's east of downtown Middletown, but you talk about putting Monroe. Are you starting to get more feelers out for schools like Franklin, Carlisle, and getting rivalries like that back on your schedule?
If we had our way, absolutely. In a perfect world, it's just backyard football. The community shut down to see two teams that really went at it for a long, long time. But unfortunately, with the system and the way the playoffs, the points go, you've got to be smart and strategic planning and who you put on your schedule. So it's not all that easy anymore. But we are glad to have Monroe back. Move forward from there.
Looking at next year's offense, you return reigning district player of the year Frank Katrine, Mr. Do Everything, but you are losing quarterback Ricky Davis. Who do you have in the backfield to replace him? And you lost a lot of smart players up front on your line. How do you replace those guys?
Well, I think we're very fortunate right now. Division IV team and our sophomores through seniors next year, we have 77 players. So we're loaded with young talent. We just more or less have to get them Friday night ready. And from our starting offense, we're really only losing 4 kids. We've got 7 returners. Billy Robinson's looking to start at quarterback. And truthfully, Billy probably had the talent to be a 3-year starter. He's just played behind 2 Division I quarterbacks, so we're really excited. He's going to walk in, and there's probably going to be very little transition. There's going to be no step backwards with Billy. He's a phenomenal quarterback, great arm strength and accuracy. So we're going to replace a couple linemen. Ian Gerhardt going to Georgetown College, so we got to find a replacement for him and my center, Ben Hinkle. And then of course Leo Haney, two-way player, is going to be very tough to replace. But there's probably a young kid that'll come in and leave his mark in his own way.
Looking at your defense, last year you get to the playoffs, you get Norwood. I was at the Wyoming game, a couple of games where you gave up a lot of points, shootouts in their own rights. Looking back at last season, what sort of adjustments are you going to make moving forward to be more staunch defensively?
Well, we did make a scheme change. We're going to move forward. We're going to stay non-stack, but we are going to move forward to the 3-3 stack. We're going to pin warriors back. We're going to play more cut loose and multiple front, if you will. So I think it meets our personnel needs from a year-to-year basis. We're always loaded with 185, 190-pound kids that can run, not necessarily the big guys up front. So hopefully that'll create more offense and defensive line depth for us, because I know we got the skill set to play behind them. So you're going to see just complete night and day, more aggressive, go get it kind of style of defense.
You talk about some of these kids, these 190-pound kids at the Division IV level. A lot of those kids get pushed into playing offensive line. What do you do to make those kids and convince them, say, hey, you're no longer going to be a skill player, we need you to be a lineman? Because it's tough for a lot of those guys.
It is. I think, though, having the type of kid you have at Fenwick, they're here to meet our needs as a program, and they're willing to do whatever it would take to make us a better program. And it may not be the thing they'd want to do, but to get on the field sooner than later is always in their best interest. And we make do with what we've got, and we make changes, and our kids seem to buy into that. I think they believe in what we're doing, and they trust us. That's a big key.
You as a former alum, moving from the old place, the old school to here, what makes you most proud of what Fenwick has evolved into?
Probably just the community and where we were and where we're at now. It is a lot bigger, but I'm very proud to say there's still an incredible sense of family. Of course, there's great athletes in the school, there's great coaches here, and I think that will continue just with the league we're playing in, but it's the sense of community and family that we haven't been disconnected with that, even though we've probably doubled in size.
There you go. Fred Cranford, the head coach of the Bishop Fenwick Falcons, and they'll be pretty good in 2013.